Welcome back, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay, and I am back with more daily work from home job leads for you. Today's video is going to be all about data. Whether you're looking for data entry or you want to verify some data or process some data like processing transactions, I have 7 different job leads in today's video, and 5 of them are all about data. One of them even pays up to $79,000 a year. Before we get into that, though, I do have some customer service type jobs for those of you who don't want to work for data or who like talking to people, like socializing. Everybody has different personalities, so I try to keep a mix of everything. Of course, links to all the pages that I'm sharing if you're trying to read reviews on companies or get those applications in, timestamps, any additional information that you may need to apply to these jobs is located down in the YouTube description box below this video. I always just ask that if you enjoy anything that I share, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up, like button. And I do want to mention, I mention it in all of my videos this week, I will be on vacation next week, July 1st through the 5th. So no job leads will be posted on my website or YouTube next week. I will be back on July 8th posting fresh job leads. But before we get into that vacation, first up we have Autotrader hiring. Now, Autotrader is the website a lot of you probably know where you can go look for cars, different things like that, look up values of cars. They are a part of Cox Automotive, is the bigger parent company that owns Autotrader. Autotrader themselves have 502 reviews from past and current employees with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.8 out of 5 stars. The Cox Automotive company that owns them has 2,100 reviews on Glassdoor with an overall rating of 4.1 out of 5 stars. And Cox is hiring for their Autotrader a customer care specialist. This is remote for the United States. All of these jobs that I'm sharing are going to be for the United States only. Now, pay for this one is going to be anywhere from $17.40 an hour all the way up to $26.06 an hour. They are taking applications through July 5th, which is going to be the Friday after July 4th. So you've got a week and a day from today to basically get that application in. Now, they are looking for somebody to be flexible in the hours that you can work. Their hours of operation are 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And then they are also operating on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And so you'll be scheduled for an 8-hour shift during that time frame. So just know your shifts may vary. But they are looking for somebody to just be a problem solver. You'll be a great listener trying to troubleshoot and understand issues. You are going to be providing engaging, responsive, and timely telephone and email support to their clients, sales, or other internal team members. You'll be the point of contact for the consumer and the sales team, keeping them informed on the status of any open issues while actively troubleshooting and resolving any new issues that they have. So you do have to maintain a strong understanding of Autotrader's products, services, adhere to all of their policies and procedures. It's a basic customer service job. You're answering the phone and just trying to resolve their issues. Now, with Autotrader, people are listing cars for sale online, and then people are inquiring about cars too. So you might have to deal with some tech issues if people can't get like their cars listed, things like that. They are looking for somebody who has a high school diploma or GED and 3 years experience in like customer service or related field. Somebody who has high quality customer service. You've got computer skills. You can navigate different computer systems like Microsoft Office. You know how to kind of work like software programs. You can work spreadsheets. They do want somebody who can multitask and has great communication skills. But keeping it moving, next up we have AutoDesk. Now, AutoDesk has 4,900 reviews from past and current employees, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 4.3 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a support quality associate. Now, one thing to note about this, it is going to be making sure the quality of those customer service reps are kept in line, so you're not actually a regular customer service rep. So you are basically going to be identifying and delivering trend analysis data for helping create and cater boot camps or other training programs for their customer service reps. So you're grading cases. So you're looking at chats, emails, and phone calls that have been in the past handled by their customer service reps, and you're kind of scoring them and grading them, assessing grade appeals, and delivering feedback to those customer service reps, just overseeing and maintaining that grading rubric and changing it as business needs change. So you are kind of basically a trainer for the customer service rep. They have different channels like live chat, email, and phone, and so you are going to be grading all of those different interactions, helping troubleshoot any technical issues, different things like that, just performing investigations, logging information, and helping create not only that feedback, but addressing those user concerns, any bugs, any things like that, anything that is keeping the customer service team from doing their job the best they can. Now, they are looking for somebody who is data-driven. You're great at looking at reports, looking at the data, analyzing it, looking at the story that it tells, and coming up with action items that can be taken away from that. They are looking for somebody who has experience handling support requests in different channels, so you have to have different customer service experience already. Somebody who is comfortable using a customer management system, so different software systems. You've got to understand how the basic functionality of different computer systems like Apple iOS and Android for phones, Windows and Microsoft Office for computers work, and they want somebody who has familiarity with the construction industry. Now, pay for this one is pretty high. It's anywhere from $53,300 a year all the way up to $91,850 a year. If you're looking more for data verification, Corvel is hiring. They have 617 reviews on Glassdoor, an overall rating of 3.2 out of 5 stars. And they are looking for a data verification specialist. This is going to be full-time, and it does say this is a remote position, but they're basically looking for somebody to be responsible for bill review clerical functions. So you're going to be prepping and scanning medical bills, data entry, data verification. You might have to assist with various phone or email tasks with this, but the basis of the job is validating the incoming data that is coming into their bill review system. You're going to identify and apply any customer-specific rules and processing. So different customers might have different ways that their data is processed. So you're going to have communication with your supervisor regarding any of the data verification work queues and the workload, just keeping up to date and in communication, what's being prioritized, what's not as important. You'll assist with the bill review department just with all the clerical duties with entering the data in the bill review system and verifying that it is correct and up to date. They only require a high school diploma or GED. They do prefer somebody who has some kind of office environment experience. You've got to be able to multitask and prioritize your workload. You've got to be able to be a problem solver and just use basic computers. Now, pay is going to be dependent on things like location and experience. Their pay range starts a little low at $12.77 an hour, but goes pretty decent at $22.36 an hour. Next up, we have Premier Incorporated hiring. Now, Premier has 593 reviews, an overall rating of 3.8 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a data analyst quality advisor. So they are looking for somebody to prepare the data for loading into their acquisition tools and systems that support their clinical products. So this is going to be kind of like in the healthcare field. You're going to review and understand the data files before you load them into the system, performing any initial reconciliation of the data, making sure that data aligns with the member's general ledger, and making sure that it is correct and error-free before you import it into the system. So you're going to work closely with the quality advisor team regarding any quality issues, mapping member charge codes, and sending inpatient data to the clinical staff to perform any clinical quality assurance testing on it before it's loaded into the system. You're also going to kind of have to analyze this clinical and financial data, review reports, and send any error reports to the member. So you're going to have to do some research with this one, researching any member issues or financial charges against the coded data, just performing validation and manual audits of the data, making sure that it is just correct, tied back to the correct members' financials, and everything is on the up and up. You will have to provide written communication regarding deadlines, decisions, explanation of any issues that you come across. So it's just a whole lot of validating, running reports, checking data, analyzing data, all of that stuff, and then getting it loaded into the system. Now, they only require a high school diploma or GED and 2 or more years of applicable experience. They really kind of want that experience to be in hospital or healthcare related field. Other than that, you've got to be great with data processing. So like using Excel and different data processing tools, just being able to be analytical and review all the data and make decisions. Now, pay is buried all the way down at the bottom, but it starts at $43,000 a year and goes up to $79,000 a year. Of course, that's going to be dependent on things like your location and experience. Next up, we have Wipro hiring. Now, Wipro is a very well-known company. They have 62,000 reviews from past and current employees with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.7 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a data entry support tech. This is remote again for the United States. Now, even though they're hiring throughout the United States, they're specifically looking for somebody to work 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're outside of the time zone, you'll have to convert your hours to see if that works for you. But they're basically just looking for somebody that has a problem-solving skills to be a part of their data entry team, just reviewing and submitting orders following their standard SOPs or operating processes. So you are going to do things like order validation, order entry, order management. You'll follow up on the order milestones and escalate anything to management that needs to be escalated. So you might have to be on the phone sometimes with this one, scheduling calls with different teams to test and turn in these activities. So you'll be on the phone or in meetings with your teammates from time to time. It only requires 6 months of some kind of related experience, so data entry or order processing, and a high school diploma, no college degree. Now, sadly, this one did not list pay. I don't work for any of these companies. I simply share what I find online, so pay will need to be discussed with them at the time of the interview. Keeping it moving though, next up we have Deployed Resources. Deployed Resources has 57 reviews on Glassdoor, an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.8 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a transaction specialist. Now, this is again remote for the United States. This one is going to be processing all kinds of transactions that are travel related. Pay starts at $55,000 a year and goes up to $62,000 a year. Now, with this one, you are going to process a high volume of invoices and credit card transactions daily. They say up to 150 or more transactions daily. You're basically auditing and reviewing expenses, allocating all expenses to the proper job or department code, following the proper classifications, and completing the expense reports. So you're looking at all these credit card transactions and you're basically categorizing them to the proper job or department code for where they can be categorized. You're collaborating with the finance department, making sure all of these expenses are monitored and tracked, just tracking cost trends and providing regular updates to management, coordinating with hotel properties, rental companies, anything else. And it looks like most of these credit card transactions are being charged on Amex or American Express, so you're going to have to deal with American Express from time to time. So these are travel related expenses, probably for the management and upper leadership for this company. And so everything they are charging to these credit cards, you have to expense it out to the correct department. Maybe this one manager works in this department, this other manager works in another department. So you will have to categorize those correctly so that the budgets basically can be aligned. Now, this one is going to require at least an associate's degree, and they want somebody who has 3 years of expense management experience, somebody who can work a computer, specifically Microsoft Excel if you're working with data and transactions. They are looking for somebody who will be confidential in the sensitive financial information that you see, somebody who can multitask, be a problem solver, and have high attention to detail. Now, next up, we have CAS Information Systems. They have 217 reviews on Glassdoor with an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.8 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a remote data analyst associate. So they are basically looking for somebody to create reports, monitor, and facilitate vendor and company communications. So you're basically creating weekly reports, monitoring addresses and new account number changes in their system. You're going to initiate account changes associated with new post office boxes. You'll contact their vendors to request that the addresses are updated to the appropriate post box, either phone call, fax, or email. And you're just creating weekly summary reports. So you are basically just running reports and monitoring to make sure new account number changes and addresses have been updated and corrected in the system. This only requires a high school diploma or GED and 6 months of either customer service, call center experience, or transaction processing experience. You do have to have good analytical and reporting skills, good organization and follow through skills, of course, good communication skills, and you need to know how to use a basic computer. And again, this one did not list pay that'll need to be discussed with them at the time of the interview. If you've made it to the end of this video, I owe you a huge thank you so much for watching and supporting me. Always feel free to leave in the comments anything specific that you're looking for. I do read those and keep that in mind. Don't forget, if you enjoyed anything that I shared, give this video a thumbs up, like button, share with all your friends and family, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.